Yes, ready. Hello, hello, hello. Beautiful people, it's JDTV live coming to you tonight, as usual, from Largs in Scotland. And, it's sunny, but it's still winter. So tonight I thought I would treat you to the black cardi, but along with some sunshiny lemons. Ooh, look at my lemons, missus. Anyway, so I hope that brings some spring to you all, puts a spring in your step. And a very, very good evening from myself and all those beautiful beings in the non-physical realms and spirit. They're all here, your loved ones, your angels, your so-called spirit guides, all those who love you, who want to assist you and heal you. So, as ever, we're sending love from our heart directly to yours. So, if you're on, please comment. Oh, hello, hello. Facebook user, if you can possibly allow this app, StreamYard, to use your name, then I will know who you are. Or at least type who you are. Hello, Elizabeth Kane, nice to see you. Hello, Gemma Louise, how are you? Palm Beach. It's 80 degrees in Palm Beach. Florida's calling you. You better believe Florida is calling me. So I know it's a Floridian person from Palm Beach. So I just need to know which particular person it is. Hello, Lisa, Carol. You always wear such beautiful scarves. Thank you, darling. Well, this one I had to scrabble about my scarf drawer saying what's kind of summery and fruity. Ooh, Hello, Eileen or Aileen. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Linda. Hello, Haley. How are you? Hello, Katrina. Gemma says she's good. Hello, Evelyn. How are you? Big, big warm welcome to everyone who's watching now, everyone who will watch later, whether it's through this broadcast or whether it's tomorrow, next week, or even next year. There will be something for you in this JDTV live, even though it's not live. The spirit knows who's going to watch when. So that's very exciting. So, and it's the same when we're speaking tonight. We can be speaking to one of you in particular. One of your questions can come up, but we're actually speaking to everyone. So take what you can for it. And yes, it is for you. Hello, Shell. How are you, my love? Hello, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. Hello, Laura Jane. I'm looking healthy, yay. I was just trying not to look at potential bags there. Facebook uses, I'm needing some assurance, assistance, and guidance. Every time I need it, you pop up in my feed. Can you type in what your name is, the person who has typed that? I know you're a lovely person from Florida, but I just don't know who, because you're coming up as Facebook user. Hello, Kathleen. Now, I would ask you, please, if you were kind enough to share the love, to share this, and to share the love of the angels and the spirit. We would all be delighted. And if you're feeling you would like to support my work, my creative work, with some stars, that would be amazing. You don't have to do either of those two things, but if you want to, I would be deeply grateful, and so would the angels. So we will look out for star senders. Hello, Joe, I see you on there. Are you the Palm Beach person? Type to me yes or no. Hello, Charlene, lovely to see you. Haley Waterhouse says she absolutely loved my book. I'm so glad, Haley, I'm so glad you did. I know, I feel it touched in the heart. That's very much what I'm being shown there. Shari from Kilmarnock, Florida. There may be a Kilmarnock in Florida, that's all I know. Hello, Helen Duffy, nice to see you. Hello, Scott. Hello, David, nice to see you all. So tonight I have a special surprise guest. I'll give you a clue. She's got great crack. That's Irish for speak, just in case anyone's mind's going totally down the wrong lines. As if my viewers would do that, eh? As if they would do that. Hello, Jan. Hello, Honor. a big hello to everyone. If I can't say hello to you personally, you know, a massive hello is coming from my heart to yours. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in on my lovely guest, Minnie, tonight. And I see her in the waiting room. So I'm going to bring her on. Then I'm going to chat to her a little bit. She's a lovely girl. She's beautiful. She looks beautiful and she has a beautiful personality. She's so kind and giving. God, I think I'll have a cry now before I bring her up. But you'll see that for themselves. Glynis, we'll start. We'll do the reading shortly once we've brought the guest on. Hi, Fergus. Hi, Sue. Sending stars, hoping for a reading. Well, darling, we will put you to the top of the queue. And if you share as well, we'll be super lucky. We'll be super thankful, I should say. Okay, so Minnie is a spiritual medium, the same as me. And she is also a yoga teacher. And she's got many other strings to her bow. So we'll see what she wants to talk about. Let me go ahead, bring her on now. Listen in, guys, and I'll tell you when we're ready for questions. Exciting. Hello there.
Hi.
You're in darkness, my love.
Sorry, I'll adjust my lighting situation.
Your lighting situation. I'm not sure whether it's the back of your head or the front of your head we're looking at, sweetheart. Right.
The back might be better sometimes.
Oh, now I can see you now. I can see you a bit better now. Look, you're looking your usual gorgeous self.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good. The weather's bright. This is like symbolic of maybe the dawn, the new beginning. They're coming to the end of a dark night. I don't mean to be depressing saying that.
No.
A year
We
is
feel
your
you.
house with your... Pardon?
We feel you on that.
Yeah. Nothing like a year in your own house with your own family. Make you think about your beautiful characteristics and your ugly ones.
To think
so it
about
just feels
freedom.
like, yeah, well, it feels like a little bit of bright. It feels like, you know, you're going to open the curtains and it's suddenly a dry, warm morning, which it is with the weather, but energetically, it's a little more hopeful now than it was a few months ago. So I feel like I'm feeling that. I planted some flowers.
Beautiful. And you're feeling a lightness.
Yeah, it's like you had if you were afraid of the dark. My feeling really energetically is if you were afraid of the dark, it's subsiding because now you can see the light coming across the horizon. And it's time to gently move. I mean, don't move towards the light just yet. That's not what I mean.
Well, you can bring the light towards you, right? You don't have to go to the light if you still want to be on planet Earth.
I do feel like it's a really good time for manifesting. I really do think it's a good time to allow things to come to us. But things are not going to come to us if we're sitting at home contracted and worried. So I think it's time like to open up the chest, open up the heart chakra, as if a light was in you could beam out and, manifest some bright light back into your soul.
Attract exactly what you're wanting. We're still not seeing you very good, Minnie, at all. I don't know whether anybody else can see you, but I can really only see an outline. Now, I know my lighting's not fantastic either, but you've got such a beautiful face.
Give me 1 second to talk to I talk to my lighting folk, talk to my people.
Okay, I can't even see if you've got clothes on currently. I'm kind of hoping you do have.
No, this is a naked broadcast.
Oh, it's a naked broadcast. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I could take my scarf off if pushed, but that's about it.
Is that better?
Yes, we can see your beautiful face now. Just get in the middle of the screen, love, if you can. Now, how about my lemons? What are you thinking of those babies?
I like the lemons. I feel like it's a symbol of confidence.
It's juiciness, isn't it, as well?
Jane. It's confidence and it's a willingness to move forward without being frightened.
Yes.
So you were going down a water slide without getting stuck. Just moving forward without worrying about how you'll get there.
You mean without worrying about my hips and where they're going to get lodged?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I just feel like it's a good color to help you to move forward. It's an attractive color to help you not to be
Yes.
afraid. Also, you have to be very good looking to wear yellow, so you can wear it, Jane.
Oh, yes. Thank you, darling. I do prefer lemon, though. Lemon. But was it you and I who picked some like big lemons once upon a time? No, it was my friend Joanne. Forget that story.
I was going to say, was that on Tinder?
Oh, we picked a few melons. Never mind lemons on there. Whoops, oversharing. Okay, but yeah, sorry, I really dragged you into the wrong holiday there, darling. But we did have
that was a different holiday.
We did have a little break, and we had so much fun, didn't we?
Yes,
we ate some cheese. So we laughed.
We ate a lot of cheese, we drank wine, we talked about everything, fixed the world, and caught a blue bottle in a plastic bottle.
Oh yeah, we did. And you made my hair look amazing briefly.
I did.
And then we enjoyed the drives up the hill where you were the passenger, you could see right down, remember?
No, I don't think so. That was when the tornado was nearby. There was a lot of screaming that day. Yes, I could feel a lot of energy.
As long as you couldn't feel the Grim Reaper, he was nowhere to be seen.
It was frightening, but we made it.
We made it. We had so much fun. I hope we can do it again sometime, Minnie. Maybe you'll come over and grace us over in Scotland, and the people can see you in real life.
Be great.
Now, here's the thing. Now, I picked this card just as we started, and you've been talking about my lemons and manifesting, and the angels are advising us to have crystal clear intentions. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, and here's the sort of lemon light. I mean, it's more lemon than gold in that. So I think the angels have changed that card specifically to match my scarf. Maybe not. But anyway, to manifest, you do need to gently focus but know what you want to focus on. As the angels say, crystal clear intentions. And when you've been through a period in history like we have been in a personal and the world stage, it actually tells you what you really don't want. And that can really make what you do want more definable, more crystal clear, as the angels say. So keep thinking what I do want and focusing on that and attract it towards you, and forget about things that you don't want, because if you focus on them, that's what you will attract towards you. And that is the inescapable law of the universe, the law of attraction. Correct, Miss Minnie?
I would say when it comes to manifesting, it's very important to have a very clear image. So rather than have a general, I want to be happy, I want to be married, I want to have a job that I like, that's very vague for, it's very important, I feel, to have a very clear idea. Pick some one thing that you're interested in developing. So for example, I wanted to have a little space where I would do healings and treatments and things. But I visualized it and I cut out pictures. I did a little vision board, but I cut out pictures of the thing. And once I'd seen it and thought, this is the kind of idea thing I want and I would hope for and I would dream about, the first step is to imagine it, and then it starts to roll. It's like when you get a certain car. If you get a little red Nissan Micra, you start seeing Nissan Micra everywhere. You want to allow the thing that you're visualizing to be so clear and so gettable and so doable, but you'll find ways or come across conversations where it links. So just have a very clear idea if you're manifesting. If you want to marry a Chinese person or an Irish person, then have pictures of you happily married to a person of that group.
Yes. Now see the whole marriage thing. Now, personally, I would recommend having a fabulous relationship, co-creating a fabulous relationship, perhaps rather than focusing on the marriage part of the thing.
Yeah,
I know where
I didn't quite mean marriage. I meant love, or like if you want the black and white cat, you have to start visualizing the black and white cat. If you want maybe to work with swimming pools, you start visualizing all kinds of swimming pools, and you're bringing the idea nearer to you, or you're creating the energy of the idea and bringing it towards you. Because I wouldn't define the marriage as success. It's the loving relationship. And even if you pick the word relationship and worked on that word, I'd still put
Yeah.
some words around it or have ideas,
Oh,
unconditional
definitely.
love, forgiveness, gentleness, kindness, the kind of things that you'd like to have. Because there's no point, I suppose, in us thinking, I can't wait to meet someone. I hope they're not grumpy.
Well,
You're go,
that's it. That's
positive.
exactly what I was talking about. If you start focusing negatives, going, I hope they're not this and I hope they're not that, you will get that. You
Yeah.
absolutely will get it. Now, I can
It's
tell
actually
you,
work when you work with children. When you work with children with special needs, you use the words for the things you want. You never
Mhm.
use the words for the things you don't want, so that
Yes,
they're only hearing the positive words. Pick up the
yes,
spoon. It's
yes.
not, don't use a fork, don't touch the knife. The knife is sharp, it will cut you. It's it's just the words of the positive things, and that's all.
Absolutely. And that is good guidance for working with the universal energy too. So we have a whole lot of people on. Hello, Isabel. Hello, everybody. Glynis that's just joined. Hello, everyone. If I haven't said hello to you personally, Minnie and I are on. We're just chatting about things spiritual. We're going to get to the answering your questions in a minute or two. I did say if you guys can share, we'd be so happy, and so would the angels. And if you feel like sending some stars to support our work, that would be greatly appreciated. And do tell me. Sometimes I get a message about stars, and sometimes I've got to await you telling me. So Sue Woodsworth, yes, you're first. You're enjoying the chat. Good, Sue. So type your question in, Sue. Okay, we'll have you first. So do type your question in. And I just want to ask Minnie, how did you get on your spiritual path? Was there a specific incident that happened, or was it a gradual thing from childhood?
Well, I think I probably always had a little bit of funny feelings when I was a child. I didn't really know for sure whether I was intuitively picking up on energies. I didn't like
Yeah.
certain people and wouldn't be around them for no
Yes.
obvious reason.
Yes.
And I suppose I picked up on their energy or vibration, and I really wouldn't have made any sense of it.
Yes.
I would have changed then in my late 20s when I would have experienced grief, quite intense grief.
Yes.
And I know from that point on, I heard and saw things a little differently. I
Yes.
wasn't sure about myself, and I found different people who were into spiritual stuff and
Yes.
met a lot of people, spoke with a lot of people, got to know you, the best
Yes.
ever guru,
Snap.
and
Look at you.
started, you know, looking around in different circles to see what do you think of this and what do I think of this and what do I make of this. What I noticed is I can pick up on people's energy. I can feel
Yes.
negative, positive energies. I can feel sad energies. And,
Yes.
I really do feel we all can do it. It's just some people
Yes.
find it easier than others.
Yeah.
So trauma really is the answer. Trauma would have catalyzed.
Trauma, yes, I was just going to say that when some people suffer trauma like you did, or like I did in a different way, it can cause a spiritual awakening because everything seems to crack within yourself. Sometimes it's even your emotions, your mind can go to some very difficult places. And if you read
Mm-hmm.
anything about Eckhart Tolle, you'll know that's exactly what happened to him. And then he came out and he was totally at peace. He thought he was going to die. He wanted to commit suicide, and basically the spirit world took him someplace to the non-physical realms and blessed him with peace. And he's been so peaceful ever since and so healed. So for all those who are suffering out there, please know that it's entirely possible to have that type of healing. And we do one type of work. We do like mediumship and angels and intuitive work, which is another name for psychic. And you also do yoga, Minnie, right?
Yeah. Restorative yoga is my favorite thing ever, and really it involves a lot of lying down and sleeping. But what it
Oh,
does is it
awesome.
relaxes it helps the nervous system to relax into certain poses that really, really calm the whole nervous system. It's magic. So find restorative yoga in your area or on Zoom. It's
Yeah.
really, really good, especially if you're feeling unsettled.
Yes, it sounds amazing. And you feel it's helped you a lot personally, right? Your yoga practice.
Yeah, because it does. Because you once your body feels better and you don't feel full of jitters, you can
Yeah,
face anything. When I
yeah,
experience a little bit of anxiety, everything seems insurmountable. Things
yes,
seem irrationally terrifying. And when you've calmed your body and your nervous system and your brain,
yeah.
something that might have given you a big fright beforehand, you can turn around and go, well, this is
It's a
option
little
A,
bump
this is
in the
option
road.
B.
Yeah,
Whereas when I'm feeling a little bit anxious, I go, oh my God, the worst thing straight
yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah,
So it
yeah,
physically helps you, mentally helps you, and emotionally helps you, and
yeah,
psychologically. It's a great practice.
yeah. Yeah, and spiritually, I guess it's really it's really
It,
integrated,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's
And the
it's
brain,
inevitable. Yeah, it's inevitable
yeah,
then that your spiritual side will soften and open. And really, I suppose it's a great time for us to slow down and reconnect with the body.
yeah,
You don't have to be fit or healthy or flexible to do it. It's very gentle. But I
yes.
suppose it's a good time to reconnect with the body because we've had a pretty unusual year.
Yeah, good time to reconnect with the body and the spirit to let the spirit shine out. Because, of course, once we get the balance right between our human thoughts and letting our spirit shine, a lot of these negative things like anxiety, fear, depression, loneliness, jealousy, all these negative things, they kind of dissipate a lot. And I guess
They do.
yoga is part of that, whole process as well.
Well, it's about coming out of your mind, getting out of your mind,
Yes,
coming back into the body. And the more we can relax into our aura, the more we can behave spiritually or be sensitive towards ourselves.
yes,
It's really about slowing down
yeah.
and being loving towards yourself.
Yes, and realizing that our mind is not us, our mind is only part of what makes us a human being, because the being part is the spirit, right?
Hmm.
So it's all very interesting, very healing stuff we are discussing here. And so maybe at the end you could put in the comments where people can connect with you, Minnie.
Hmm.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
they're
sure,
interested
sure.
in your yoga or if they're interested in having a consult with you. But are you
Yeah, and
ready to?
I'll be doing a free session next week. So anyone who wants to have a try and see what it's like can do a free session by Zoom next week on a Monday night. So
Monday night?
that might be nice for people who aren't sure if they could be interested in it.
Yes, it'll be lovely. And what time's that at?
8 o'clock next Monday.
8 o'clock. So I'll need to wrap up here
PM.
early. Monday night then.
Fine.
Okay, great. Now, are we ready to rock? We have a lovely lady here. I think you can see the comments
I
that I
can
choose.
now. Just now, yes.
Yes, you can. There's lots of comments here, but you can't see them, so I've got to choose them
Okay.
for us.
Okay.
But how are you doing this? Are you working with your intuition? You're working with spirit? You're working with cards? Or are you working with all three, Minnie?
I think intuition, and I have a few cards as well, just in case.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to start with Sue, or do you want me to start with Sue?
I
Sue's the
actually
lady.
don't mind starting with Sue. The first thing I get
Okay.
when I look at Sue is I see a lot of yellow around, and I feel like that there's a life experience with Sue that makes her quite suited to be working as a death doula. I'm not saying do or don't, but I see a lot of confidence around you, and I do feel like it's something that could be an addition to what you're doing. I feel like that you're a really good communicator. I feel like that you are intuitively able to say, do, or move in a way that helps and heals people. I do feel like you're a wonderful healer, and that in your work, whichever work you do, you'd be very well suited. You could be. I do like the idea of the death doula, but I don't know that it would be 100% of the time.
Now, of the what now? The death doula.
Yes. Can you
You,
see the
you'll, maybe
comments,
need,
Jane?
you'll maybe need to explain that a little bit, Minnie.
Well, the comment that Sue has here is she's wondering if Spirit would like her to continue working and doing what she's
Oh,
doing
I
or change.
see that. I'm so sorry, I didn't read Sue's comment far enough.
Okay.
Okay.
So no, I didn't make it up. I know you think I've gone mad. I just feel like as though Sue is somebody who helps people who are experiencing times that are difficult and is innately and intuitively calming, soothing, reassuring. That's the energy I get. And I do get a lot of yellow around that. So I do feel confidence around that. So to be honest, for me, I feel like whatever Sue wants to do, she'll do it really well.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, and you're right. She absolutely does have that energy. I think she's highly intuitive. She's a great healer. I can actually see her holding out her hands healing. And if people don't know what a death doula is, well, a doula is a midwife, sort of someone who's normally present at the birth of a baby. So hence, a death doula is someone who is present when someone is passing. And we have a lady on here, Linda Jane, who does that as well, Sue. Now, the actual title, Death Doula, you know, I'm not sure if that is a great title. I don't know what you could call yourself, but the work itself is fantastically important because I feel you bring great comfort. And I'm particularly seeing a gentleman who must have passed fairly recently, a fairly tall, big gentleman with sort of white grey hair, not that fantastically old. But I feel as if you were so gentle with him and healing, and the passing just happened. Like as they said about Prince Philip, someone just came and took his hand and away he went. So never doubt that work. But Sue, you know, you could write a lovely book or something inspiring with the with what you've learned and what you've experienced doing that job. There's also a strong sense of crystals around you. And there's also a man who stands with you in spirit. And this gentleman's about the same age as you. So I don't know his relationship. I would say friend rather than anything else. But I do feel the name David linked. So one day I'll find out what side the camera is on of this laptop. So this card is share. So it's definitely, Spirit's definitely encouraging you there, Sue, to keep doing what you're doing. And here's some little children, angels as well. So that could be another side of the thing you work with, and it could be children who are seriously or terminally ill. It'd be wonderfully uplifting there as well. And a little romance card for you is wedding. So yourself or someone round about you. So I hope that helps. Do you have anything else to add, Miss Minnie?
Yeah, I just feel like that she's at a point where she's ready to take the reins and push her way forward. And again, I agree about the name. It's a little scary. It could be interpreted as being scary. So there could be a word involving transition that might be gentler or softer. But I do feel like there's a specific way to not so much market, but to present it that would really, really work for Sue.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. And in the UK, I know there is an association that Linda Jane McCurrock has actually set up. So you're bound to have seen her on my page. She's actually one of my students. So do reach out to her. You can do something in common there. Okay, my lovely. Good luck with that. So next one, Miss Minnie, Shari Parker, thinking of an additional business, and I want to know if it will be a good investment.
Again, I'm asking about this one, and I'm getting a good feeling. I'm getting yellows, but I do feel like you have to be very specific. I feel like it needs to be very specific, and I see grids and Excel sheets and projections around you, and you should know when you put. I think there's some little jobs that need to be done for you to know which changes need to be made. I feel like there's some little changes or additional things that need to be done before you're ready to go. I wonder, is there communication that needs to be looked at? And I feel as well that it might be good to refer to somebody who has experience and success before you go much further, just so that you get to troubleshoot.
Yes. I feel there's quite a lot of resistance with you, Shari. I don't think you're totally convinced about this business, and I wonder if someone is keener on you doing it than you are yourself, i.e., a partner, husband, someone like that. But you definitely, I mean, you really need to get in touch with your intuitive self. So I've got a top trick for doing it, which is bringing your mind down into the space of your heart, and then take a few breaths and just ask, is this business? And then say the business, or think it the right business for me, because the number 3 comes up for you, and I know that there's more than one opportunity. So you can go down a lot of blind alleys, and it can be expensive blind alleys. So do be cautious. I do feel you might have done the Avon before, and I do feel something to do with nursing around you. But the angels are giving you this card. Visualize success is what Minnie and myself started speaking about tonight. So you have to be sort of sure of which business you want to go to, and then feel the enjoyment of building up and the enjoyment of the success and the rewards that coming in. You are a hard worker, and you could be in for hard work, so do bear that in mind, my dear.
I just took one little card for Sherry here, and I don't know if you can read it. Oh, yes, you can. So I can't tell stories of shortage and experience abundance. So we have to, it's very apt, and we want to eliminate fear. And why is there fear? And where is it that there's a little bit of fear?
Yes. So in a practical term, do check affordability of this, Sherry. Do the practical stuff as well. I mean, I'm entrepreneurial myself, and I have jumped in head first, and I'm very fortunate I didn't severely bang my head on the bottom of the swimming pool. So just go canny, as we say with that. Anything else to add, Minnie?
I feel like there's just a lot to be looked at.
Yes, I would agree. Actually, I can see someone putting a kettle on for you, and it looks like it's a copper kettle. I feel this would be like an aunt or a grandmother who you would sit and have a good chat with. So the spirit is available for you to chat with over this topic, and they will send you thoughts quite happily. They will inspire you. Take inspired action. I love that. Okay, so here we have young Joe, and I know Joe is in Florida. Aerial yoga has been the foundation of my healing journey. That sounds tricky to me. Does that involve hanging upside down, Joe, or doing something?
I think that's the one where you have fabrics, and that you're suspended from the fabrics, but I'm not entirely sure. We're a little bit behind over here.
Yeah, it sounds like that kind of thing.
But that's amazing, because can I just say it's reconnecting with the body again, which can be part of mindfulness for people. I feel like when people think of mindfulness, they're thinking of, what's going, oh, there's nothing in my brain, this is great, which doesn't happen. But it can be how you wash your hands, how you hang off, the fabrics, how you lace your shoes. Mindfulness can be anything, but it does start with the body, very strong body connection. So I can see how this would have worked for Joe. Yeah. Come give us a class, Joe.
Yes. You'd probably be allergic to the weather over here.
Definitely.
Have you any thoughts for Joe, or would you like to choose a card?
Let me have a little card for Joe. Okay, so I'm getting a nice card here. It's not the naughty, oh my God, you reap what you sow. It's the beautiful version of you reap what you sow, meaning you get out of your well-being what you put into your well-being, and you get out of your, let's say, diet, health and fitness what you put into your diet, health and fitness. But you'll get out of your working on having a peaceful mind. You'll get out of it what you put into it. So I believe he's put a lot into his own healing journey, and I feel like when he started, I don't feel like it's clear to him when he started, but I do feel like when he started, he knew there was no going back, and he just almost, it's like going down a long, slow slide. That's very, comforting. He's moving in a direction, and I don't feel like he'll move back. I feel like he'll continue to enjoy his life and be in a good place.
Yes, yes. And I do feel with you, Joe, I can actually see you sitting in the lotus position. I can see you just breathing, and maybe it's mindfulness, maybe it's just following the breath, but it's a form of meditation that brings you totally in touch with your inner being, your spirit, and just lets your mind relax. In fact, as I'm saying relax now, I can feel it coming over me. So I know that the angels are working on you to do that with you 100%. And they're aiming for stillness in your thoughts. And when you get that, you know it's all good in the hood.
We should bring Joe on for a chat.
Yeah, if I could, I would. Maybe he'll come on another day. He's actually a very spiritual guy, and he has had a really challenging time. But look at that. I did see that colour blue all around you, which is like the sky where you are, Joe, right? Kind of like our sky today as well, but we also had snow, which isn't quite Floridian. But victory. So whatever you're doing just now, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So isn't that a great card for all aspects of your life, business and personal and healing? For sure. Great. I can see racing driving when I look, when I tap into your energy, Joe. I don't know whether car racing is something you've been interested in or watched. Any final thoughts for Joe? Minnie?
No, I feel like he's found his way and he's moving in a beautiful direction. And I also feel that he's influencing other people very well, very gently, and he's helping other people, possibly without even trying to find themselves or to find an inner peace within themselves.
Wonderful. I agree. Okay, so do remember, guys, if you're able to send stars, we'll be greatly appreciative. If you are able to share, the angels will also be greatly appreciative. So, Minnie, Lisa Carroll here.
Lisa, how are you? I just looked at a card before you came. I said I felt I'd look at one, and I got the Hanged Man. So with the tarot, really, what it is a symbol of is waiting. And when I look at you, I wonder, is there some little bit of self-love to be completed, some little bit of self-love, gentleness, self-awareness, working with yourself, loving yourself, because that's when we radiate our most beautiful self out. I do feel you to meet someone lovely. I'd like you to be in a wonderful place when you do. So even not in a place of longing, but in a place of acceptance that, yes, I'll meet someone beautiful at the right time. And I know none of us want to hear that when we're waiting, but you did get the card that symbolizes that it'll happen when it happens.
Yes.
And it is there for you. I also wanted to say, looking at another little card, anytime you have doubts or worries, or I keep going the wrong way, doubts or worries, I want you to be aware of putting a worried thought into a positive thought, because thoughts carry energy. So worried, Jesus, will I, everyone else, what about me? I'm going to meet someone wonderful when I do. I'm going to meet someone wonderful when the time is right. They're already energetically going to be coming your way. And the last thing I would say is this period of waiting that you have, it's a blissful time for you. We don't want it to be an impatient, oh my God, this is so annoying, because that's quite negative. We want to, if you could think back to things you did that made you feel really fulfilled when you were younger. Did you do dancing? I'm not saying you have to take up dancing, but things you did that you got so much enjoyment of. If you could spend time doing the things you love doing, keeping your energy lovely and positive, keeping yourself, inspired and satisfied with life, that's the vibe you'll push out. And that's the vibe, if you're worried and someone else is not worried, the energetic frequency won't be the same. So you want to have a nice similar vibe. So, sometimes when we're feeling angry, we meet an angry person. Sometimes when we're feeling depressed, we meet a depressed person. So keep working on that gorgeous energy.
Yes.
So that when you turn around and meet the person, you'll be in a peaceful and wonderful place. I'm not saying that you aren't. I feel like you are, but I don't want the waiting period to be a time of frustration and
Yes, I
stress.
agree with you. I agree with you completely, because if you do feel those negative thoughts, you will attract someone who's also feeling those negative thoughts. So if you have negative thoughts, don't stamp them down, but just observe them, stand back from them, ask for your spirit to come forward, your inner self, and observe these thoughts, because these thoughts are not you, they're your mind. And your mind can be the most wonderfully helpful thing, or it can truly be your worst enemy. And when you get into negative thoughts and they're compulsive and repeating, it then becomes your worst enemy. But I agree with Minnie. I do feel you're rushing about trying to do too much, Lisa. So give yourself breathing space, give yourself time. The number 19 seems very significant to you. So unsure whether that's over your romantic life or it's something else, but I keep getting the number 19 for you. And this card jumped out twice of the Romance Angels deck, and it's passion. And it's exactly the same as what Minnie was saying. What stirs you? What excites you? Because when you start working with that or playing with that, that's when you will meet co-create a wonderful relationship. Now, I would like to see you dancing. Lisa, don't balk at that. Like if you could do some ballroom or something like that, I think you could meet lots of lovely men there. But I do also feel that you'll meet the right one when you're least expecting it, possibly even just sat in a coffee shop or something like that. So just know what's happening. I hear the name Gary floating in. I do not know if that's in any way related to your romance or whether it's someone in your life already, but please don't go looking for Gary's because that could really take you down a blind alley. So just know that the spirit is given the name. I feel like you have a mother and a grandmother giving me this name. They're also talking about the month of June. Any final thoughts? Minnie?
Just that we want Lisa to be inspired. So if you love gardening, do gardening, enjoy it. If you love cooking, do cooking, enjoy it. We want you to be in a place of beautiful creation, so that when you turn around, you have this radiant energy, and that we want you to meet a match perfectly suited to the best of you.
Absolutely. And, trust yourself, because I know there could at least be a couple of men coming for you, and you'll be, if you're doubtful, listen to your doubts. I always say, you want to be 95% sure before you proceed into a serious relationship. That's my thoughts about it anyway, with my vast years of experience. So here's Linda Jane on. Linda Jane, I was just speaking about you. I don't know whether you heard that or not, but Sue Wordsworth, who we just did a reading for, and if you weren't on, Linda, do rewind once we're done. But she does the same job as you. She's Linda does No One Dies Alone. She's also a death doula. I don't think you call yourself a death midwife or something, but maybe you two could hook up and exchange thoughts or practices or useful tips and hints or whatever you find. I mean, just chat maybe. Could be a great friend apart from anything else. Do you have any feelings or vibes for Linda Jane? Minnie?
I just feel like it's very magical, rare, and brave work, and it takes a special person. And I would love to see Linda Jane thinking of doing courses. Does Linda Jane do courses?
Well, she's done at least one with me. She's
giving them.
Giving them. Oh, she's very.
I feel like she could be giving courses. She feel like she could be giving courses to families on how to support their loved ones who are terminally ill. That's what I feel.
Look at this, Linda. I think you've got your corsets and your courses confused. Perhaps not, darling. I'm very pleased if you've bought corsets for yourself. That sounds exciting. You feel the bee's knees in. She has. It's corsets. It is corsets you've bought, right?
Yeah.
Good for you, honey. Why not? I feel it seems.
Why not?
I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but yeah, feel good about yourself. Let me see if she's saying anything else here.
Is Linda Jane in America?
Linda Jane, no, she's in Ayrshire.
In Ayrshire.
And Sue, so this is reasonably close to where I am, Minnie. And Sue is somewhere in America, the lady that we read for.
Sue was in America. Okay, I thought one of them was in America.
Yeah,
I didn't know who it was.
yeah. So good for you. Let me pick your romance card down.
So that's a nice thing to do for yourself. That's good with connecting with the body.
Well, here's the angel saying make the effort, and that's exactly what you've done. And when you get those corsets on, now listen, people, cover your ears if you're sensitive, right? But feel sexy, visualize sexiness, visualize juiciness, visualize all that good stuff that really grounds you and also gets your juices flowing. And because, you know, the area of sexuality is the area of creation, not just for babies, but for your spiritual work, for your writing, for your poetry, all that kind of thing. So yeah, get some corsets and enjoy whatever follows those corsets. Anything to add, Minnie?
No, I think it's lovely. I think it's brilliant. We should all be reconnecting with ourselves and feeling proud of ourselves. We're too hard on ourselves.
She's a great girl, Linda Jane. I spoke to her about a year ago and I told her, I said, I can see you going through an absolute physical transformation. I could see her looking so sexy and everything. And good for you, darling.
Brilliant.
Lisa, this is a bit of feedback. Thank you so much. I will take on all you have both said. I felt a connection with you, Minnie, as though I already know and trust in you. Grateful for the read. Yes.
No problem, Lisa.
You can.
Yes.
Trust in Minnie. You definitely can. She's a great girl.
Yeah, I did. Just think back to when you were younger, the things that made you super joyful, and think back to what you can do. We really want you in a great place.
Yes.
You'll get there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, passion.
I've signed up to train. Oh, very good, Linda Jane. Good. I would love to see Linda Jane teaching. It's like you know, when you see a pyramid scheme, I see Linda Jane supporting and training so many people. And even if it's a small amount of training, the thing that will be shared will be so important because every one of us could do with accessing that.
You know what?
This is a big triangle for you.
Maybe you could train family members as well. That might be a different type of course, Linda Jane, but there's so many options with this. Right, let me see. Oh, here's a lady here. I don't know if we've read for this lady before. Would love a wee card, please. Kim Taylor.
Will we have a little card for Kim? Okay, so Kim, I'm going to show you this, and I'm going, oh, jeepers. Okay. I'm a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. So if you haven't done some research on the law of attraction, now would be a good time. So if you can write it down or remember it, I would be looking to do a little bit of research on the law of attraction, the basic concept. You know, you can watch The Secret or not, but it's the general idea. But I'd also like you to look into the law of vibration so that you can understand vibrational frequency and how things come. Because there's vibration in everything, in plants, in the sunlight, in the kettle when it's boiling, and we're living in a very vibrational time. So understanding the vibrations of nature and then human vibrations and the emotional temperature of people around you, that will be wonderful for you. So let's have another little card here. Okay, I feel like you should be coming out of the closet, meaning that if you're shy about yourself, if you're not sure about yourself, or if you feel a little bit self-conscious, it will be a great time to stand up tall and to reconnect with some of the best attributes you have. So if you don't know, or you have forgotten, or you're not clear about what are the best things about me, text a few of your friends and say, hey, I was talking to these ladies and they asked me to send, if you would send me the three main things you like about me, just so that you remember all of those things that are wonderful about you. I feel like you could do with changing the scenery a bit. You could be doing something new. I don't know, take something up, do a course online. When you're able to go places, go somewhere new or try something new. But I'd like a slight change of scenery for you. I feel like things are a little bit samey. And I don't mean just from the last year. I'd like to see you trying something new. But I would say that might be a nice idea that you get in touch with people you know, just to see what comes back, because I feel like you forget how much you give and how valuable you are to other people around you. And I'd like you to stand up and be proud of yourself, and maybe, look for something new and inspiring to do.
Yes. I do feel your energy feels like it's slightly weighed down again by your thoughts, but created by things that have happened round about you, Kim. I do pick up in that energy as if you're slightly bent over and your head's down. So I want to ask you to take a deep cleansing breath and just get yourself upright. And my favourite affirmation is all is well. And even when you feel that all is shitty, if you start saying all is well, all is well, all is well, it works magic and it calms you down, but yet it raises your vibration, raises your thoughts and your emotions at the same time. It is pure magic. And you need a little bit of magic in your life right now. The card I picked for you says best friends. True friends stick together no matter what. So I'm unsure whether you've had a bit of a parting from friends or whether you're missing your friends or what's going on there if you have a friend passed. But you can see this lovely angel is clinging onto her unicorn. So if you have pets, they are great companions, or if you're looking for something to do, maybe you could volunteer something to do with maybe dog walking for an elderly neighbour or whatever kind of animal you like. Maybe do a bit of volunteering for that. Get yourself out and about and get some more company, and fresh air I feel is important to you as well. So pretty much, again, I'm in agreement with Minnie, and so are the angels, and the angels are showing me a lovely rainbow. And I feel as if your father's passed, and I just want to bring his love forward for you.
I was just using the visual in this card when I was looking at it, and I was working on the visual, and I want you to come out and light your own way forward. It's not that you have to do anything huge, but it would be good for you to just get out, whether you put on some clothes, fancy clothes. I'm sure you wear clothes. Put on some fancy clothes or a bit of makeup, or just do something to give yourself a little bit of va-va-voom. It would be really good for you right now, because it does change your energy.
Yeah, perfect. Someone grew tomatoes around you, Kim. I can see beautiful tomatoes coming for you, so vitamin C as well. Hello, Veronica. Hi, Jane. I am from South Africa and attended one of your meetings when I was over in Scotland last. I wonder when that was, Veronica. Must have been more than 2 years ago. Has it been 2 years since we've been able to do anything, basically? A year? 2 years? Who knows? A long time anyway. Was wondering if you have anything for me. Minnie, would you like to start with that for Veronica?
Yeah, well, I think she wants you, but I'll chip in. Veronica, hi, how are you? I feel as though you have a great capacity to manifest things, and that you could do a really good job manifesting. I do feel as though if you concentrate your thoughts, you could. I feel like there's some other work opportunity or work avenue available for you, and that you can be quite lucky. I do feel like you're quite intelligent and clever, but I do feel as though there's something else you could be doing as well as what you're doing. There's a great sense of creativity and accomplishment around you. I do feel like you've the capacity to do the start, middle, and end of a project.
Yeah, okay. I'm just reading something, Linda Jane. I've got the comments scrolling on the right-hand side here, so I've got to try and pay attention to them and pay attention to this. One's mind sometimes goes...
Well, I was just saying to Veronica, I do feel like she has great capacity to manifest something. I do feel like there's a work opportunity that's very suited to her intuition around her, and that she has the capacity to do start, middle, and end. I do feel like she can do a proper business plan, that she's intelligent.
Yeah.
And sometimes maybe, I do feel like sometimes the mind takes over from the intuition, so there may be a little bit of work to do on balancing those.
Yes. Yes, I did hear most of that. I just, when you stopped, I'm like, okay, it's me. Anyway, it's fine. So yes, Veronica, yes, I agree pretty much with what Minnie says. I'm having a look at your photo here. You look like you've got a lovely, happy, caring, kind energy, and you look like you laugh easily. What is that you're showing us now? Whatever I desire, I can acquire. I like that. Is that Abraham Hicks cards?
That's Abraham Hicks cards. That's one for Veronica.
Oh, I love that, Veronica. So think big, don't think small. I wanted to give you a similar reading to the one that I gave to Kim about you've been through a bit of a difficult time, but now it's time to sort of stand up, breathe in. I feel it's the ladies in your family could be quite busty because I've got a lady here, it's your mother or grandma, perhaps both, but I can see them where you can't see here because this script's underneath, but my hands are under my bosom. My bosom is not significant, but I do feel your relatives are, perhaps yours, but let's not go there. I also feel there's a father figure in spirit. And here, look, now the angels are asking you to have courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for, for your beliefs, which kind of is what we were saying there for you, just to stand in your own power and hold your head up, hold your head high, and get your hands under your bosom like your granny used to. And I feel like someone has got a tattoo of a rose. I don't think it's you. I think it's a younger lady round about you, Veronica. And I feel as if I want to bring you Dad from spirit as well. Oh, now I hear the name Peter, but I'm not sure whether that's for you, Minnie. But let me give it to Veronica, the name Peter. Okay. Any last thoughts, Minnie, for Veronica?
Yeah, you know, I keep seeing this is a weird one, but a snake shedding its skin, as though it's time for you to shed something, let go of something, and emerge fresh.
Yes.
And that'll happen. Just to be aware of it, that there's a bit of letting go to do, so that you can move on and be nice and clean and shiny, and in your feelings and thoughts, and in your energy.
Yeah, and this is the time for us to shed those old skins and those old thoughts and habits that no longer serve us. And this is for everyone. Linda Jane's here. She's just saying, perhaps I'm not seeing all the messages on my phone as I can't find about the death. I'll send you ladies details after, Linda Jane. And I hope that was fine for you, my South African friend. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, it's called Tender Love and Care Courses. We'll teach all the volunteers and family members, as well as any other organisations and private clients' families. That's fantastic, Linda Jane. Big clap from us, a big clap from the spirit as well. I feel as if I want to come to Glenys, and she hasn't really said anything. You may have said something somewhere else, Glenys, but please type it in again and we'll see if we can find it. But we'll certainly have a look at your energy here, see what we can pick up.
I think there's change and new beginnings coming in around Glenys. I feel like, I don't know whether she has been waiting for this or not, but I do feel like there's a new dawn very close around her. Whether it's something she's chosen or circumstantial, we're moving towards the end of the way she's doing things, or moving towards the end of the way she experiences things, and moving towards a new way. I do feel like maybe there was some habits or some cleaning out the closet. I keep talking about closets tonight. I don't know why, but a little bit of tidying up, letting go, change of scenery, changing the people around you, and wanting more positivity and warmth. There could have been a difficult time that has just passed for you. And if not, it will pass very soon, very, very soon. So I do feel like a little tiny plant is just coming to the surface of the pot of earth, and you'll see it rearing its little green head, meaning it's a beginning. What we were talking about at the start of the session. If Glynis has a question, you might be able to find it. For me, let's do a little card. Okay, so I have a card, and it's about change. The end of the old, the beginning of the new, and there's a transition time. And also, taking one of the abundance cards. These are the law of attraction Abraham Hicks cards. So I'm taking a card, and in my appreciation, I allow myself to receive wonderful things. So we want this to change a bit for Glynis, and the best way to accomplish a nicer environment around you, again, it's just to focus on not just the things you want, but the best things in the place where you live, the best things in your life right now, and really enjoy them and be aware of enjoying them and be thinking of how much you enjoy the things you enjoy that you already have, and allow room for nice new things to come in around you, because we want you to be in a state of relaxed appreciation, which I don't know how often any of us spend in relaxed appreciation, but to be aware of it and to be thinking about being in a state of relaxation or appreciation or gratitude, so that things move nicely forward for you. I do see very positive changes coming in around Glynis.
Good, excellent. Glynis, I do sense perhaps a son and a grandson around you. So maybe there's changes around that, or maybe in a different country, or you're missing them, or I do feel this. So like, it definitely feels, I mean, I was going to say it could be brothers, but it feels like a son and a little grandson. And I feel there's a significance around that. So sending you lots and lots of love. The number 13 seems to be of significance to you, and I do feel that is a date of significance, and I want to talk about an anniversary as well. I do have the name Bobby coming in from the side here. And an unusual card. Oh, God. Where is the camera? Creative writing. What a joke. You know what I'm like with technical stuff, but it's part of my charm, so who cares? So Archangel Gabriel is also the archangel of mothers, grandmothers, teachers. So I don't know whether you want to write poems, want to write stories, or whether you just want to write down your feelings, like keep a journal or whatever. But that can be very therapeutic, and then it can grow into something more. So again, I feel it's another chin up reading, if you like, and keep on going. Things will improve within about 6 months. I also want to mention Blackpool to you, Glynis, and I'm going to be there with my team soon. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, soon is actually next year, not that soon. But anyway, look out for it. Maybe I'll see you there, Glynis. Okay, shall we do one more? You up for one more, Miss Minnie?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I did see, we read Joe. I did see Fergus, who's from, I can't find him now. Okay, let's do Helen. Sorry, Fergus, I can't find you. Message me and I'll talk to you later. Helen, a card, please.
Okay, Helen. So I'm wondering if whether it's a love affair or whether it's friends, but I do feel like that you have been let down in the past. I mean, a lot of us have been, but let down in the past or felt a little betrayed, whether it's friends or loved ones, it's someone very close to you. I do feel like it's time to let go of any feelings of why and what if and what was the reason and why did the thing happen, or what part you have to play in it. I don't feel like you had any part to play in it. I feel like sometimes you can be too soft with people or tend not to say what you're thinking. So it might be good to work on speaking up for yourself. It doesn't have to be rude, but speaking up for yourself will be really beneficial.
Yes.
So I'm looking here and I have a little wondering after the event, what if and why, revisiting events, just forget about it and move on and let it be and be happy. So that has come up for you here on on a little card. And I also have, I wonder if there's some kind of an unresolved disagreement, or is this the same lady? This is the same
Yes.
lady.
Seen this
Okay.
comment
So
from her.
what I feel is there's letting go. So there's lack of letting go there, and I'm not saying it's intentional, but we want to accept just for today and move on. We don't have to accept for the rest of our life. Just today is Monday, so just for Monday, just accept the way things are. So what happens when you're a grief journey? I'd love if you would do the free restorative yoga next week. What happens with the grief journey is it takes a toll on our heart and soul and our psychology and our spiritual well-being. And so you move towards healing and you're never the same again. And that's okay. So we want you to connect with your heart, be gentle, be loving, don't make demands of yourself, and stop worrying about things. I'm wondering if you're worrying about, I have shortages of time or money or perceptual. So there's no rush getting things done. There's no rush getting a new plan. I do feel like I want you to be in a relaxed state before you make any decisions. And you're more than welcome to join the restorative yoga next Monday. I feel like it will be very, very good for you, for your heart. What will happen next? I feel like it's a couple of different things for you, a couple of different opportunities opening themselves up for you. There is somebody around you wanting to support and help you, and I feel like it's a partner. But you could be isolating yourself a little bit now. But I do feel once you start to feel better and calm and a little more open to what's around us, because when we're grieving, we're not very open, we're quite closed. So when you're opening up to what's around you, I do feel like there's no rush, but there's a number of different things you could do. I'd like to see you doing something creative because I feel like that will be very helpful for you. So don't be worrying about when. Just maybe work on feeling good and connecting with yourself before you move forward with anything else.
Yes. I just want to say to you, Helen, your life is not over. I feel that you feel that, but your life is not over. You have a lot of life to live, a lot of experiences to experience, a lot of interesting people to meet. And as Minnie says, you know, allow yourself. So to do that, you have to lift that vibration up, even though you feel as if you're grieving desperately. And do remember, when someone has passed, the physical them is not there. That's a fact. But the spiritual them is part of you. Their spirit is part of you. They are seriously in your every thought. They send thoughts to you all the time. They receive your thought. But because of our human mind, we don't accept that. But I could tell you that's 100% true, Helen. And I know that you're getting a massive spiritual hug from a beautiful gentleman in the spirit. And he's shown himself now as a big protective bear, giving you a big bear hug. So that's really beautiful. 3 cards jumped out. The first one is Divine Order. I want to show you the scales. Oh God, look at this. Try this again. The scales. This is because we can't see where the camera is in the laptop and then what we're doing with the cards, but you guys are used to me. So the scales are still a little bit out of balance with you, Helen. So we want to get those scales balanced. Remember, you are in physical life. Physical life is yours to be enjoyed. I wonder if that's about Libra, if there's a Libra around you. I do feel the name David strongly around you. And I do want gold coins put on one side of these scales. So that all sounds very, very encouraging. And I wonder if you go to auctions or you like auctions, because I certainly feel that around you too. Everything is happening as it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and to the underlying order. That's basically my all is well affirmation right there. The changes you're going through now are positive, no matter what you think yourself. And here's the horse waiting to take you forward. Just jump on its back. Get that leg over, Helen. That's all I'm saying to you about that, love. Everybody's here to give you a hand up and help you get in the horse's back, and look forward to a wild journey. I want to give you a trip to America too. So anything, any offers like that, be taking them. Imagine. What would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? Now, you cannot wish someone back from the dead, obviously, and remember, only their body, the physical part of them, is actually dead. But what you can wish is to co-create a wonderful life with a new partner or with a friend. You know, when you get yourself feeling happy, these things tend to fall into place very naturally. And as I talk about falling into place, I can see a gentleman who's got all these dominoes set up ready for a game. So this feels like a dad coming forward for you, just to remind you that life is a game and just treat it as such, basically. So I hope that helps, Helen. Lots of love to you. Okay, I wanted to. Our lady Glenys that we just read for, she was wanting to know about a soulmate. I don't think we covered that, Minnie, so I'm just going to pick a romance card for her. And I do hear the name William. I'm not, again, saying that as your soulmate, but the name William should be significant to you. And wedding. So that looks pretty promising, Glenys. That's all I can say about that. And sometimes a wedding is a partnership, because it means the same thing to the spirit. A wedding is no different from a loving relationship, because in honesty, it's a contract, right? It's a contract between a man and a woman, a legal enforceable contract. So that looks fabulous. Good job. So good job, Miss Minnie. How about this for an idea?
Just one last thing for Glynis is any of the difficulties she might ever have experienced in the past, let them go, forget about it. Don't carry anything into the new person. Start with a clean slate and never refer back to or be afraid of things that happened before. The new situation is to be squeaky clean, and let's give it the benefit of the doubt, and you'll know when it's right for you, and just enjoy it, and don't be worrying and don't be overthinking.
Absolutely. A thing that I've found really important is to be able to accept people the way they are. And I don't say you don't do that, Glynis, but that has been a real, has been a challenge for me, because I have very high standards for myself, and I used to take that into relationships. That's not helpful.
Very high standard friends as well.
Yes, I have fantastic friends and spiritual co-workers, and that's why one of them happens to be on here with me this evening, giving wonderful spiritual guidance in a high vibe way.
Glynis, I just want to say one more thing for Glynis is in a relationship, instead of thinking through issues with the mind and rationalizing issues, to more kind of feel with the heart, because we're much more loving if we work relationships and friendships with the heart than with the mind.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Think co-creation. Oh my God, Jane, I can't stop laughing. Someone called Gary just sent me a friend request. I wouldn't be accepting as it's so funny. I should just said you hear the name Gary for me. Oh well, there you go. You see, that just proves that spirit's all around us. There's two reasons for doing mediumship. One is to prove that life or existence is eternal, and two is to prove that our loved ones are all around us, still part of our lives and part of our thoughts. You agree, Minnie?
I agree, totally.
Helen, thanks so much. My dad's in spirit and he's called David. I just said today that I wanted and needed a great big bear hug from my Jim in spirit. Well, Helen, he's heard it and he's translated it into exactly what you asked for. And that makes me just feel goosebumpy all over, darling. So you should just feel delighted. I pray there's a strong view that I've been very dumbed down. Though you haven't been dumbed down, Dan, you've been dampened since Jim's passing. I'm fed up with it. Need to get back in the horse. The horse was there for you, girl. You know you're making yourself miserable. You asked Jim for a bear hug, and he repeated through me to you about giving you a bear hug. So if that's not fantastic proof that he hears everything, I don't know what is, honey. Right.
This little one had come up for her, and it was trying to chase after something that's gone. It's gone, and it's time to move on to the next thing, and you'll be okay.
Wonderful. But it's gone, but Jim's gone, but he hasn't gone. You see, this is the interesting thing. But let that physical time in your life just gently be there, but don't let it stop you from meeting someone else, because our loved ones in spirit, even if they're romantic partners, they want us to be happy in this life. That's what they want. Let's pick a card for everybody now, Minnie, shall we? Okay. Sorry we can't speak to anyone else individually. This is a card for you all, so please listen. And the angels can do this, the spirit can do this. They will talk to everybody with this card. I wish we could speak to everybody individually, but it's just impossible. Okay, my love. Miss Mini Mystery Guest, would you like to go first?
Me, I was just fixing my earphones. No, you go first.
All right. Oh, so look at this. Well, this is funny. This is so for you, actually, Minnie. Indigo and crystal children. So for all the young ones that's around, that's the next generation coming. And that, you know, generations have changed so much. And there's no point in us slightly more mature people, me, moaning and complaining about young people today. And I can't believe I do it sometimes, even those close to me, because things are radically different. The children are coming in radically different. Their thought process, their skills. This is exactly the way it's meant to be. All is well, but sometimes it's very, very hard for us to deal with. And Isabel, Flores, if you're still on, I'm thinking of you here as well. But, you know, our children, the young ones who have arrived and who will continue to arrive, they're very much protected by the loving angels, and they're very strongly connected. As Mary described with her own childhood, they know exactly, they can tell a person's soul energy, they can tell how bright it's shining or how much that person is consumed by unpleasant human thoughts. So we should trust our young kids, and we should trust animals too, because they are at a level of consciousness below ours, and they can't be fooled by anybody's facial expression or words. So love yourselves, love your children. Isabel for you, Minnie for you, and for anyone else that has children and grandchildren who are watching.
Okay, let me get one.
Okay.
I'm going to pick one from the top. And this is this for everybody?
Yes, this is for everybody.
This is a great one. Woo, woo. Oh, okay.
Show
the
me.
Star.
Oh, the star. Oh, that's you again.
Woohoo! Lots of yellow. So this, I'll just hold it up so people can see. So the star really is about the end of, again, I kind of said this from the beginning, the end of period of difficulty and a time where there's hope and faith and renewal and spirituality. And it's like this person here is ready to pour everything good that she has out into the world. So what is it that you have to offer? Give loads of it. And we don't try to have and give what we don't have, but what you do have, if you give it in with abundance, we all have kindness and goodness and plenty to offer to everybody. So really, the woman has her feet on the ground. You can see, well, sorry, she's on the ground. She's not hiding. She's naked. Jane likes that kind of crap.
Naked. Everybody doesn't have a corset on, though, does she?
No corset just now. So she's being practical and common sense, and yes, it's intuitive. She's not trying to be tough. She's allowing herself to be vulnerable, and we can allow ourselves to be vulnerable. So really what we have is the end of a difficult time and a lot of challenges that might have made us really wonder who in the heck we are. And it brings a sense of hope and faith and more peace and love for for everybody. So really, it's a bright light, which is funny because I didn't know that was going to be at the end. And that's what we talked about in the beginning, was brighter lights, brighter times, new beginnings. So take what you have that's good and offer it to the world, and enjoy what everybody offers you.
Yes, that's important.
Positive.
Yeah.
And have confidence and have courage. Nobody has anything to be ashamed of. We can be, stand upright and be proud of whatever it is that we can be proud of, and not be worrying if we're good enough, and let go of that kind of energy.
Yeah. All that stuff really, really drags you down. Constantly thinking about the past and worrying about the future's the same. You are the star of your own show. You are the star of your own life. So make the most of it. So many of us have not done that because we've been too busy worrying or looking after other people or feeling responsible for this, that, and the other. So let's put that aside. Let the love of the angels and the spirit shine upon us, and let's ask for it when we need it. We need upliftment and healing, and go live a great life, right? Like yours and mine, Minnie.
From the horse.
So I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a real pleasure to have you and your lovely wisdom and insights on. And I hope you will come back and join us in JDTV Live.
I
Another
will.
occasion. Great.
I'd love
And
to. Thank you.
and you'll add in the comments where people can find you so that everyone can.
Yeah.
For those watching now and for those watching, Fergus, there you are again, darling. I just saw a card for you there. It's the Fool card, so don't be afraid to take a leap of faith, but also don't go mad with it. I hope that's helpful to you, Fergus. I just saw his name come up. I just wanted to quickly say that to you. So for all those who watched tonight, thank you so much. For those who will watch later, we love you. Thank you for watching, and most especially, thanks so much to the loved ones and the spirit beings who came forward to give us inspiration and healing and a bit of upliftment tonight. And we'll see you all in JDTV very soon again. Big love and hugs for now. Bye.